Maya stood in front of the mirror, adjusting the soft folds of her dress. It flowed effortlessly down her body, elegant, feminine, just the right amount of bold. Tonight mattered. They had a second honeymoon planned for the following month, something bigger, something special. But Maya didn't want this day to pass quietly. No. This dinner, this surprise, it meant something. She glanced at the time, still early. With a small sigh, she walked over and sat on the couch, turning on the television. But her eyes weren't really watching. Her mind had already drifted back to a time she hadn't visited in a while. A year after everything with Sam. Strange, really. For a town that small, she hadn't seen him once, not even by accident. The only familiar face she'd caught was Jerry, just once, driving past her on the highway. He hadn't seen her, and she was grateful for that. Life had settled again. Work, church, occasional outings with friends. Simple, predictable, safe. And through it all, Nia. Maya smiled faintly. Nia had been there, in ways she didn't even know how to repay. After the breakup, Maya had gone home for a while, just to breathe, to be held, without words. Her mother had been heartbroken for her, especially because Maya had been so close. She had just been about to take him home. But that chapter had closed, completely. Now, things were different. She was enjoying being single, really enjoying it. It was funny how easily people chased relationships without thinking about the weight they carried, the pain, the adjustments, the loss of self sometimes. Maya exhaled softly. She wasn't chasing anymore, not even in prayer, not like before. Her plan to marry at 25 had quietly taken a back seat. She still wanted it, of course she did. Marriage, family, love, but not urgently or desperately. That evening, she was supposed to meet Victoria at the gym. She was running late. Maya shook her head, pulling herself out of the daydream. "Focus," she muttered under her breath. She grabbed her things and hurried out. By the time she got there, Victoria was already working out, of course. Maya joined her, laughing as she settled in. Nia? Absolutely not. Gym? Not in her vocabulary. Too much effort, too much sweat, too much everything. But Maya loved it. It cleared her mind. And Victoria? She was the same, disciplined, consistent. They worked out together at least twice a week, talking, laughing, pushing each other. Then Maya noticed a man walk in. A very dark man, strikingly so. The kind of complexion that caught attention without trying. She remembered thinking, I've never seen someone this dark before, and yet it suited him perfectly. Medium-length curls, cleanly shaved at the sides and back, and his eyes, she blinked, light gray, unusual, almost unreal. He stood about 5'9", calm, soft presence. There was something about him, something gentle, grounded, safe. He greeted Victoria like they went way back. And then she turned to Maya. Will, this is Maya, my friend. Maya, this is Will. We work together. He smiled politely, said a few words, and just like that, he left. Maya raised an eyebrow, then turned to Victoria with a grin. Vicky, spill it. Victoria burst out laughing. At all. We're just colleagues. Maya folded her arms. Mm-hmm. Victoria shook her head. He's not even my type. She paused. But he's very sweet. If I could get his character in someone my type, she smiled, that would be perfect. They both laughed, and that was the end of it. Or so Maya thought. 2 weeks later, Victoria's birthday, a small celebration at a Chinese restaurant. Nothing too fancy, just close friends. Maya picked up Nia on the way, which meant they were late. Of course, Nia and time never aligned. By the time they arrived, the place was already full. Voices, laughter, movement. But it didn't matter. They knew almost everyone there. Same circle, same energy. They moved around, greeting, hugging, catching up, and then she saw him. Will. He walked up to her with an easy smile. "Hi, I'm Will. We met at the gym." Maya smiled back instantly. "Of course I remember you." They laughed lightly, and just like that, he stayed. He asked her to dance. Once, then again, then again. And somehow, without her noticing, he was right there, all evening, talking, laughing, and listening. He had this unexpected dry humor, and there was something about the way he carried himself, like he wasn't chasing anything, not time or people or approval, just present and attentive, very attentive. So when he finally asked her out, Maya froze, completely, because it hadn't even crossed her mind, not once, nothing. She blinked, then hesitated, and in that brief silence, she saw something flicker across his face, something she couldn't quite name, but it felt like impatience. She rushed to explain, I thought you were interested in Victoria." Will paused, confused. "What made you think that?" Maya laughed nervously. "You were with me the whole night. Because of her. I thought—" She trailed off, realizing how ridiculous it sounded. He just looked at her, then shook his head slightly. Maya exhaled, embarrassed. "I'm sorry." A small pause, then she nodded. "Yes, I'll go out with you." His expression softened instantly, and just like that, something shifted. Later that night, she told Nia and Victoria everything. Victoria just laughed. "I knew it!" Maya frowned. "You knew?" "He kept asking about you at work," she said casually. Maya blinked, surprised. "Nia?" She didn't let it go, teasing and laughing, and for the first time in a long time, Maya wasn't resisting it, because finally, things felt light again. And somewhere in all of that, without forcing it, without chasing it, without even noticing, Maya had started moving forward again. The day of their first date came sooner than Maya expected. He hadn't told her where they were going, just one instruction. Dress casual and warm. Maya stood in front of her mirror, adjusting her outfit slowly. Her eyes lingered on her reflection, but her thoughts? They were somewhere else. She replayed that night again, the party, the moment he had asked her out, and then that look, that brief flicker of irritation. She felt it again, that strange, unfamiliar feeling, self-consciousness. Maya frowned slightly. That wasn't like her. She had always been sure of herself, grounded, unshaken. But that moment, it had stayed. She shook her head lightly. "No, you misread it." She exhaled, waving the feeling away like it didn't matter, like it wasn't real. And just like that, she let it go. He took her ice skating. Maya laughed the moment she stepped onto the ice. "I can't do this," she said, gripping his arm. But he just smiled, calm and patient. And he taught her, slowly, carefully, holding her when she stumbled, catching her before she could fall, guiding her movements like it was the most natural thing in the world. He noticed everything, before she even said a word. If she was cold, he adjusted. If she hesitated, he reassured. If she struggled, he stayed right there, attentive and present. Almost too perfect. After skating, he took her to a restaurant, a quiet one, warm lighting, soft music. Before she could even open the menu, he ordered for her. Maya paused, just for a second. She was used to choosing her own meals, always had, but she said nothing. And when the food came, it was good, very good. So she smiled and let it be. At the end of the night, he drove her home. The silence between them was comfortable, easy. He turned to her before she got out. "Next time?" Maya smiled and nodded. Yes. And that became their pattern. He would pick her up, take her somewhere new, somewhere unexpected, and every time he ordered for her. At first it felt thoughtful, like he was taking care of her, like he knew what she liked. Until one day, at a restaurant, Maya tried to speak up. "Actually, I'd like something else." She didn't finish because she saw it, that look, again. Irritation, quick, sharp, gone almost instantly, so fast she almost thought she imagined it. She turned back to the waiter quickly. "It's okay, don't worry." And just like that, his face softened again. That gentle expression, that calm smile, back in place. Relief washed over her, immediate, unexpected. She found herself smiling too, because when he smiled, something inside her settled, something quieted, and without realizing it, she began adjusting, watching her words, watching her tone, watching herself, so he could stay that way. One Saturday, they all went out together. Maya, Will, Victoria, Nia, Jordan. It was easy. Laughter, jokes, until Victoria teased him. "Your obsession with Maya is getting serious," she laughed. Everyone joined in, even him. Or at least it looked like he did, because Maya saw it again, that look. But this time, it was different, colder, gone in an instant. She glanced around quickly, searching faces. Did anyone else see that? No one did. Nothing. Just laughter. But she didn't say anything. Couldn't. The thought of bringing it up, of upsetting him, of losing that smile, it stopped her. It always does. A thought crossed her mind. Could it be a mask? No, she thought. He really is very soft and tender. Then she thought, it must be skin deep, because right underneath the surface is the irritation. But when thought like this come, she chides herself for even thinking that. He is the nicest, most attentive guy she had met, and everyone says so. By now they have been dating for 4 months. Things had changed. She didn't order food anymore, didn't suggest places, didn't even choose what to wear sometimes. He did, and she followed, because at this point, she believed herself to be in love, and she would do anything to keep the smile on his face, because realized that she has becoming attached to that version of him, the calm one, the gentle one, the one she didn't want to lose. Nia noticed, Victoria too. "You're different," they said. Maya just smiled. They laughed it off. Love will do that to you. And maybe that's what she wanted to believe too. Then one night, she had a dream. He slapped her, hard, because she argued with him. Maya woke up instantly, heart racing, breathing uneven, confused, disturbed. But the dream was so far from reality, it didn't make sense. It didn't fit him. Yes, he got irritated sometimes, but that was about it. He had never voiced it, never acted on it. He had always chosen to keep the peace. He was kind, gentle, always. Shouldn't that count for something? She told him about it. He laughed it off. You just have an overactive imagination. Simple and dismissive. Maya nodded slowly. And just like that, she let it go. Again. But somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice remained, unanswered. She pushed that voice deeper, where she doesn't answer to it anymore, or where she convinced herself that it is not real, not the real depiction of things. The following week, Maya had an appointment with Victoria at the gym. This time, she arrived early, right on time. They greeted each other casually and got straight into their workout. As they settled into their pace, something crossed Maya's mind, something she had noticed the last time they all went out. She glanced sideways at Victoria, a small smile forming. "Vicky," she paused, "am I mistaken, or were you throwing glances at Jordan the other day?" Victoria nearly lost her balance on the treadmill. "What?" She grabbed the handles quickly. "What do you mean?" Maya laughed softly. "Your reaction is answer enough." Victoria slowed down slightly, flustered. "Was it that obvious?" Maya shook her head. "No, only to trained eyes." Maya smirked. "So, that's your type?" Victoria sighed dramatically. "If only he notices me." "To him, I'm just the younger sister's friend." Maya tilted her head. "I don't think so." "To me, he seemed interested too." Victoria's face lit up instantly. Hope, pure and unfiltered. Then Maya's tone softened slightly, more thoughtful now. "Vicky, can I ask you something?" Victoria nodded. "Is Will always this pleasant at work?" "Yes," she replied immediately. "Always." Maya hesitated. "He never gets angry?" Victoria frowned slightly. "No, he's always calm, graceful even." She looked at Maya more closely. "Why? Is something going on?" Maya forced a small smile. "No, nothing. Just something I noticed." She shrugged lightly. "I'm probably wrong." And just like that, she dropped it. Not long after, Will walked in. His presence, immediate. He came straight over to Maya. Leaning in gently, he placed a soft peck on her cheek. "Hey." Then, without much else, he moved on to his own workout. When Maya was done, she walked over to him. "I'm heading out." He nodded. "I'll walk you." They moved together in silence, easy, familiar, until they reached her car. Then he spoke, casually. "You don't need to come to the gym with Victoria anymore." Maya blinked, confused. "I'll be picking you up from now on." Maya frowned slightly. "Why?" "Vicky and I have been doing this for years. It's our thing." His expression changed instantly. He snapped. "Maya, must you argue about everything? Can't you just do as you're told?" Maya froze. Her body recoiled slightly, as if she had been slapped. The words hung in the air, heavy and unfamiliar. And just as quickly, he saw her face, saw her reaction, and shifted. Hey, I'm sorry." His tone softened immediately. "I had a long day. I'm just tired." I didn't mean it like that. Apology after apology, gentle again. Maya nodded slowly, but something had changed. She got into her car and drove home in silence. Later that evening, he called again, apologizing, reassuring and kind, like nothing had happened. That night, she had the dream again, the same one, him, violently striking her. Maya woke up suddenly, heart pounding. This time, it stayed longer. The next day, he asked to take her out, as an apology. She agreed, but something in her was unsettled, shaken. She wanted to talk to someone, Nia, Victoria, anyone, but she couldn't, because she already knew what they would say. You're imagining it. And worse, she felt ashamed. She had always been the strong one, the one who didn't tolerate nonsense, the one who spoke up, the one who walked away. So when did this happen? When did she become this version of herself? Too careful, afraid to speak, to react, even afraid to smile, in case it was misunderstood. But then, he was sweet again, gentle and attentive, and she told herself, it was just a one-time thing. Over the next few months, things seemed to return to normal. No more episodes. Maya relaxed again, letting her guard down, allowing herself to believe that maybe it had all just been in her head. Maya hadn't been going to her church anymore, not really, and she missed it. At the beginning, Will had invited her to his church. She went. It felt normal at first, but slowly, without even noticing how, she started going there more than her own. Whenever she brought up her church, he had an answer. I'm a worker in my church. I can't miss it. And when she reminded him that she was also a worker in hers, he dismissed it. You'll have to transfer here after marriage anyway. And somehow, that always ended the conversation. The dreams came more often now, more frequent, more intense. They had been dating for 8 months, and Maya was no longer at peace. She became restless, agitated, and unsettled. She started avoiding her friends, making excuses, canceling plans, because she knew they would notice. She stopped going to the gym with Victoria. Then she stopped going entirely. Calls came in, messages. Let's come see you. But she always had an excuse. Always. And slowly, Maya began to disappear. She felt unsettled. She hadn't even introduced him to anyone in her church. Not her pastor, not her youth pastor, not anyone. Because he had never gone with her. And slowly, a conviction began to form. They needed to go to her church. She needed to introduce him. That part of her life mattered. One evening, after he dropped her off from a date, she carefully brought it up, but the reaction was immediate. How many times do I have to tell you? His voice rose. I cannot miss my church, not even for one day. Maya shrank into her seat, startled, frightened, her body stiff. He stepped out of the car and slammed the door, hard. She watched him pace back and forth, trying to calm himself, trying to regain control. After a while, he came back, crouched beside her, rested his head gently on her lap, and sighed deeply. Maya, why do you always do this to me? You're the only one that brings out this side of me. I care about you too much. My emotions are always high when I'm with you. Maya said nothing. She let him talk, let him explain. Finally, he sighed again. I'll call my pastor. I'll take Sunday off. We'll go to your church. After he left, Maya sat in silence, and she knew this was the final straw. When had she become this person, this scared version of herself? She didn't recognize herself anymore. She used to be confident, free. She used to enjoy people, work. Now, she just went in and out. There was a voice inside her, clear. The relationship is over. She heard it. She knew it was true, but she wasn't ready. Not yet. The dreams, they made sense now. They weren't random. They were warnings. God showing her who He really was. He hadn't hit her, not once. But who was to say He wouldn't, if pushed? She used to wonder how women ended up in abusive relationships, how they stayed, how they didn't see it. But now, she understood. It didn't start loud or violent. It started small, subtle. Criticism disguised as care, control disguised as love. And slowly, it chipped away at you until you weren't you anymore. She didn't know how yet, but she knew one thing. She had to leave. She just needed the courage to do it. Sunday came. He picked her up, smiling and attentive, like always. But this time, Maya saw clearly, and she wasn't moved. Everyone was happy to see her, welcoming, familiar. She introduced Will as they moved around. Smiles, handshakes, pleasantries. During service, she caught Grace's eye. Grace was signaling something, trying to get her attention. Maya didn't understand. Grace gestured again. "We'll talk later." Maya nodded. Maya glanced at Will. He had seen it. He froze. Just for a moment, then recovered, instantly. He was good, very good at hiding, especially in public. After service, she introduced him to the pastor. The pastor smiled warmly. "We'll need to have a one-on-one sit-down. Call the office to book an appointment." Maya nodded, but she already knew. She wouldn't be calling. She excused herself and went to meet Grace. They stepped into one of the offices, closed the door. Grace didn't hesitate. "How do you know Will?" Maya replied calmly. "We've been dating about 8 months." Grace blinked. "Really? I've never seen you together." Maya nodded. "This is his first time here." Grace took a deep breath. "Maya, this is not the kind of man you should be dating or thinking of marrying." Maya frowned slightly. "Why?" Grace hesitated, then said it. "I used to date him." Silence. "We were together for 2 years. I thought I was going to marry him. He is abusive. Very abusive. He hides it well. It started small. Criticism. Snapping over little things. Then," she paused, "it became physical. I made excuses for him. I blamed myself. He always apologized. He always made it up to me. We were attending the same church then. The perfect Christian man every girl wants. He wore down my confidence until I needed him, just to feel okay. I had to go for counseling before I found the strength to leave." Maya stood still, almost expressionless, until one word hit. Physical. She flinched. Barely noticeable, but inside, something was rising. Something she hadn't felt in a long time. Her voice, her strength. She looked at Grace. "Thank you for telling me. I've noticed it too." She nodded slowly. "I just caught it early, before it became violent. I'm going to end it. I just need to decide how." When she got back to Will, He was visibly irritated. This time, he didn't even try to hide it. "Who is that girl?" "And what took you so long?" Maya answered calmly. "Oh, that's Grace. She's a member of my youth group." He stared at her. Did she have anything important to say? Maya shook her head lightly. "Not really. We were just catching up." We hadn't seen ourselves in a while. On the drive back, Maya made up her mind. "Nia's place," she said. "Drop me there." She had already sent a message. "Victoria. Urgent. Meet me at Nia's." When they were all seated, Nia, Victoria, Jordan, Maya took a breath and told them everything. From the beginning, the past 8 months, the small moments, the irritation he exhibited, the control he had mastered, the fear it instilled in her, and finally, what Grace had told her. She watched their faces change: surprise, shock, anger. Then Nia exploded. "How could you let this happen, Maya? After everything we've been taught? How to recognize abuse, how to avoid it, how to leave. You, of all people, the strongest one among us." Maya nodded slowly. "I know." "You think I haven't asked myself the same thing?" She sighed. "It doesn't start violent. It starts small. And before you know it, you're in." She looked at them. "And this is Will we're talking about. He's so good at it. None of you suspected anything." She paused. "Not even you, Victoria, and you've worked with him for years." They exchanged glances and nodded. It was true. Maya straightened slightly. "I'm ending it. Next weekend. At Nia's place. With all of you present." She didn't hesitate. "I can't do it alone. I don't know how he'll react. He might get physical when angry." They agreed immediately. No hesitation. Only one condition. Victoria exhaled. "I'll keep it to myself." She clenched her jaw slightly. "But it's going to take everything in me. Not to strangle him at work." The week passed in a blur. He called, twice. Maya played along, controlled. It helped that she was still angry, because slowly, her old self was coming back. Saturday came, sooner than expected. She called him. "We're all at Nia's place. You should stop by." He agreed, unaware. The moment he arrived, Maya didn't hesitate. "I called you here because I'm breaking up with you." Silence. She continued. "I'm doing this in front of my friends because I cannot guarantee that you won't get physical if you're angry." His face changed instantly. Shock, then anger. "What nonsense are you talking about, Maya?" "What has Grace been telling you?" Maya held his gaze. "Who said anything about Grace?" he scoffed. "It could only have been her." Maya shook her head. "Grace didn't tell me anything I didn't already know." She stepped forward slightly. "The day you snapped at me in my driveway, that was the final straw. What Grace said was just confirmation." She didn't stop. "You saw her in church, and you said nothing. Nothing about knowing her, nothing about dating her." He was furious now, completely exposed. No softness, no mask. This is the moment. Maya realized she had never known him. She gave a small nod. "And nice to finally meet the real you." He tried to regain control. "Maya, let's step outside. We can talk in private." Maya didn't move. "I've kept things from my friends for too long." "There's nothing left to hide. You can say everything here." She paused, then added firmly, "I am not Grace." "I won't keep your secrets." "You chose the wrong girl." Her voice hardened. "I will write to your pastor." "And your boss." I will tell them everything. What you did to her, and what you did to me." She stepped back. "And if you contact me again, I will call the police." Victoria looked at him in disbelief. "I can't believe you fooled all of us." At that point, he stopped pretending. "I tolerated all of you." His voice cold. "You're not a mature woman, Maya. You're crying over nothing. This is normal between a man and a woman." He scoffed. "You wouldn't recognize a good thing, even if it was dropped on your lap." And then he left. It felt so final. She felt drained and strong at the same time. Her friends rushed to her, comforting, concerned, but Maya shook her head slowly. "I'm not hurt." She paused. "I'm angry. More at myself for falling for it." That night, when she got home, she was done. Completely done. "Enough," she whispered. "Relationships? They're more pain than pleasure." But she picked herself up. Again. It wasn't easy. It took time. But slowly, she started to feel like herself again. And in the end, there was one small closure. According to Victoria, he never returned to work. He sent his resignation by email. And just like that, Maya didn't just leave the relationship. She found herself again.
Stay tuned for episode 4. Please subscribe and share.